wrong. Every state is different, but understand this. To facilitate a smoother flow of traffic, you need to be turning into the nearest lane and keep your turn as short as possible. We're all adults here. We're talking about learning how to drive. Okay, obviously, if there's an accident in front of us, you go to the next lane. If you can't, then you wait. Understand what we're trying to do. Next, let's talk about this traffic light ahead. We always have to look. Intersections are very dangerous. From our discussion last night, talking about what you need to prepare for driving, intersections hold the most danger. If you run a light, even a yellow light, you can still get pulled over and get a ticket. So let's understand that some communities are very strict on running lights. Some communities are not very strict. I want all of you, because I'm an instructor, to build good habits. You build good habits, you practice them consistently, and then they become ingrained in your driving DNA for the rest of your life. When you look at my videos, you're going to learn best practice. You're going to learn how to become a good driver. Isn't that the goal? Isn't that the goal, to have a good insurance? Isn't that the goal, to not have any tickets? Isn't that the goal, to say, look, I've been driving over 5 years, I have no tickets. I've been driving 7 years, I have no tickets. That's the goal. That's how I envision training, preparing young adults. Driving does not make you an adult. Let's be very clear of this, okay? Driving is just another tool. Driving will show your immaturity, okay? For instance, we're coming up to a protected left turn. I'm clear, I'm gonna make my turn. Now, this is a clover leaf. Some communities have this, some don't. You gotta realize it is 29 degrees out. And if you don't understand there's black ice out here, you will spin out and flip your truck. When you're coming off this curve, you need to gradually build up speed. It surprises me, because I look at all of your comments. How many people don't know how to drive? It surprises me when people are very honest and they open up and share their journey. Example, I merged out on a broken white line. That's what I'm supposed to do. If I would have came out on a solid line, in most states, that is against the law, and you could, I'm not saying you will, you could receive a ticket. And if you get enough tickets, your license will be suspended. And because I'm in the transportation industry, many of you are trying to obtain your license, get out here and drive, you are really locked in. You're locked in on watching these videos. I'm locked in on making these videos to help you. We're in the middle lane. This is smooth. I see that silver truck, that white car merging on. I'm going to settle down right here for a moment and kind of survey my traffic scene. Are people going too slow? Are people going too fast? Are people drifting? I'm maintaining good speed. If I make a decision, I'm going to make a decision now to get over, mirror, turn signal, blind spot, and now I'm in the fast lane. What does this mean? I have to move faster. The worst thing that I see are people driving slow. And when I say people, I'm talking about beginning drivers. Beginning drivers driving too slow in the fast lane. And if you drive too slow in the fast lane, you're going to end up setting up road rage. Now, we all love Wham Bam Tesla here. But one of the viewers submitted a video. Wham Bam Tesla, I'm clocking your T right now. There was a gentleman in a Tesla. He had his little daughter in the back. Some old guy in a pickup truck got upset at him. He merged out. He might have cut him off. He might have not. I would have slowed down and let the guy come out, or I would have accelerated and kept going and not avoided this situation. What this guy chose to do was get involved in a road rage situation where the old guy, no cap, no hate, threw coffee, tried to throw coffee at him. But the coffee ended up back on the old guy's car and in his face, which was kind of hilarious. Next, they were driving through a particular situation, and as a result, they kept chasing each other. And at one point, they went around a roundabout 6 different times. We counted. I have young drivers who are under 24. My drivers were amused, but also, you're a grown man. What are you doing engaging in a road race situation with your baby daughter in the back? Get out of there. You could have went to a neighborhood. You could have made a right turn, made a left turn, but you still stayed on the road. You still stayed on the road, potentially putting yourself in danger, your daughter in danger, and just because you have a Tesla, a faster electric vehicle with instant torque, you think you can drive and do whatever you want? My students were really perplexed with that. Wham Bam Tesla and Submitter, if you have your daughter and yourself and you're a grown adult, because kids can't afford Teslas, they're expensive, and you have a guy, looks like he's in his 60s, who's road raging, could have had a potential weapon, why are you playing with him going around a roundabout 5 or 6 times because you have a Tesla? That doesn't make sense to me. So I told my students I would have given both of you tickets because I have law enforcement in my family. Both of you were reckless driving. That really just makes me think, because a lot of people who think they have a superior car can do what they want on the road. That's not true. We all have to follow the rule of law. And if you don't follow the rule of the law, you're going to end up getting in an accident or being called out. Wham Bam Tesla, I'm calling you out. I'm calling your submitter out, because we had over 30 young adults look at this video and they agreed. Both of you should receive tickets. Both of you were driving reckless, and we are not respecting the common good. That really made me think. If you're in a road race situation, get away from the person. Don't antagonize them. Don't look at them. Don't engage. People are violent today. People don't care about life, because I work with these type. Whoa, there's a backup. I'm looking ahead. People drive reckless. They don't care. So I thought that was a bad situation. Excuse me for just going on a rant, but I'm really disappointed. And my young potential drivers who are impressionable agree. So Wham Bam Tesla, you got to be more selective, because you have 1 million subscribers, you have people looking, and I'm showing this to my young drivers. We're in the left lane. This means we're in the fast lane. I'm keeping my speed up. I don't want to slow someone down. I don't want to tailgate someone. I'm trying to drive with good speed, good safety, and I'm really being aware. Increase your awareness when you're out here. A lot of young adults and older adults just daydream. You go business as usual. When you get into a vehicle, you can take your life or someone else's life every single day. Because I drive roads across the Midwest and the metro area every single day. And we see accidents, cars flipped over, police chases. I can't tell you how much. And by me videoing every single day, and by you guys watching every single day, you're gonna learn more every single day. Such as this semi truck. We're in their blind spots. We want to get in and out as quickly as possible. Drivers all have scrutiny. I've been scrutinized for what I'm saying and what I'm doing. You will be scrutinized. The reality is, a lot of you are not built for social media, because you're going to get criticized. Example, I have a family member who does real estate. People are being critical. I will not pay $500,000 for that piece of junk that lasts 10 years and breaks down. They got a point, okay? The current trend today are the flock cameras. If you don't know about flock cameras, where have you been? The flock cameras are basically invading our privacy. I did a live about the flock cameras yesterday. There are good things about them, such as keeping our community safe. There are bad things in communities of color, in Filipino communities, Asian communities, Middle Eastern communities, drivers across the United States are being singled out. That's not America. That's not patriotic. That's singling out a race of people. We need to stop being racist and start caring more about people. That's how I see it, because I've taught Middle Eastern students who are very good drivers. I've taught Asian drivers who are very good drivers. I've taught Norwegian drivers who are very good drivers. I've taught African American drivers who are very good drivers. They get a horn because they're coming in my lane. You have to have a mindset to care about people. And from reading your comments, a lot of you have jokes, like this black car tailgating this truck. You have to put yourself in the mind of people. To be instructor means you care more about other people than yourself. Many of you who leave comments would never make it as an instructor. Example, an instructor came on my live yesterday who is a teacher, a math teacher in New York. I'm like, yes, finally someone comes on with intelligence. He also does driver's ed. He understands about the defensive driving mechanism. It's defensive driving today. People will cut you off. People are reckless. People are in a hurry. They're selfish. And if you don't understand this as an instructor or a beginning driver, you have a lot to learn. And many of your parents don't want to take the time to train you. Parents, prove me wrong. I talk to parents every single day. Some of your parents just drop you off. They don't want to communicate with the instructor. Hello? Instructors are teaching your son and daughter how to drive. And do you think magically they're going to learn how to drive without you being involved? I interviewed my segment 2 class less than 3 weeks ago. I have young people almost 20. They didn't even have 50 hours of driving. And I'm saying to myself and them, is driving important to you? I have an AP class. I have 3 AP classes and a job. I'm saying to myself, they don't want to drive. And if you have a group of people, Gen Z, who doesn't want to drive, then what's going to happen to our society? What's going to happen to the next generation school bus drivers? What's going to happen to the next generation semi-truck drivers? To understand this, we currently have an administration who is singling out truck drivers who are foreign citizens, no cap, no hate. I'm just simply telling you, we have truck drivers who are not American citizens who don't speak English, and that's a whole nother situation. And it makes you think, because a lot of drivers out here are falling asleep. Companies are not doing their due diligence to properly train them. There was a driver in Texas who killed a family of 5. I talked about this, who doesn't speak English. And I'm not saying because they don't speak English, but the driving company lied on the logs. This is a multi-million-dollar settlement because of the negligence of the company and the driver. Do you really think I want to die? I don't. Do you really think I want to give anxiety to a student? I don't. Students, you have a responsibility too. Many of you are sitting in the dark, sitting outside, playing video games, but then when you get called on or you get checked, you want to cry and say, I'm paying attention, I'm listening. You're not paying attention. You're not listening. Parents, many of you just close the door, watch your little games, and your son and daughter is asleep or sitting on a bed or sitting on a couch. No wonder they're bad drivers, because you are not taking the responsibility. I'm not a babysitter. I'm an instructor. I'm a guide. I'm not responsible to babysit your kid, make sure they put their name correct in a Google Meets or Zoom call. A lot of these kids don't care. But then when they get put out or deleted by the instructor, the driving company gets a problem. They get complaint calls. It really makes me sick and mad that we have a group of young drivers that 15 to 25 who don't care. What should I do? If you are over 25, you need to sit your niece and nephew down and talk to them. Are you serious about driving? Do you really want to learn? You got to get a job. It's winter time. So many teens are so lazy, and young adults, I got to go and preface that statement. Everyone has a different statement. They don't want to drive. They don't want to get a job. They just want mom and dad to put gas in the car, do all the maintenance, and then there's no sense of ownership. Gary Vee supports what I'm saying. Mom and dad, cut them off the payroll. All they're doing is just not learning personal responsibility. I've worked 3 jobs and I enjoy it. It's work. Okay, I'm going into corporate right now. I'm telling you the journey. You can hear by my voice, I'm serious. But a lot of parents are just not taking this responsibility, and their young adults are oblivious. No idea, no personal responsibility. And they think, oh, I can just create an AI model and make a study guide. When you fail, you look stupid. You look stupid. Your parents look stupid. You make the community look stupid. You don't make me look stupid, because I go over the entire curriculum. I make sure everything is consistent. I hit those objectives, and I'm thorough. I know corporate is watching. I know this car right now is tracking how fast I'm going and what I'm doing. I know those flock cameras have identified this vehicle. I'm a person of color. I have Native American in me. I'm part of the indigenous people of North America. But yet our community disregards us. I'm really concerned about the next generation. They really don't care. They just want to do TikTok, Instagram reel, and then they think it's good. It's not good. What are you going to do to survive? How are you making your money? You have to WORK. And if you don't work, you don't get paid. Where is that work ethic? Many of you are watching this right now. You're probably saying, why is this guy mad? I'm mad because people don't care. Many of you are watching this for various reasons. Some of you are watching it for the entertainment. Some of you are watching to really learn how to drive. Some of you want to become a better defensive driver. For instance, I'm at 59 miles an hour. I'm not tailgating this black Dodge Caravan. I know there's going to be a huge backup. Less than 2 days ago, a school bus cut over to the right. My adult driver almost rear-ended cars. Drivers, young drivers, you have to want to learn how to drive. I've seen a lot of these in-car videos, and frankly, I'm not impressed, because we have young instructors who are simply saying, okay, go here, you didn't look. Be more direct. Get some more training. Every 2 years, all instructors, including me, have to go for professional development. They do a background check. They prepare you for best driving practice. What the heck is going on with my phone? Okay? You have to be prepared. You have to prepare for the next generation drivers, electric vehicles, self-driving vehicles. Drivers with attention deficit disorder. This is the crossover. It's frozen. Okay, it's 30 degrees. We're looking at these drivers. Some have blinkers on, some do not. I'm looking for direction and support. I'm looking for leadership. Where are my leaders at? Who wants to come on and work with me and talk? Okay, a lot of people just want entertainment. You want to hide at home. We're not hiding at home. Okay, there's a flock camera to my right. Do you even know what this means? We don't have privacy, and that makes me so mad, because people are losing their rights, and no one's going to fight for the rights unless we all band together. So what I need all of you to do is subscribe. Leave your comments. I replied to 100 comments yesterday. Leave a comment. Tell me what's going on in your journey. Then from there, I'll support you. I'll talk. We come on my live. Instead of saying random government stuff about my American flag, How about you talk about driving? How about you tell me your journey? Okay? That's what I'm more interested in. You rising to the top, getting yourself to work, getting yourself home, making that mark. A lot of people are not reaching those goals. They're not reaching those objectives. Okay? When you're done with high school, you're either going to go to college, skilled trade, community college, or you're going to work. You can't stay at home and think you're going to be an Instagram model, TikTok famous, right? Very few people even achieve that. And based on Gary Vee, many of you don't want to work. And if you don't want to work, you're going to be lying at home relying on mom and dad. Real estate is fine, but it's all commission. Selling insurance is fine. It's all commission. Get a job. Put in work. Improve your journey every single day. You see me grinding every single day, putting in work, going to work, leaving work, fighting traffic, ridiculous drivers. When are you guys going to tell me your story? When are you going to subscribe? When are you going to get better? Real talk. Put in your work. Subscribe. Smash the bell notification. Get better. I'm not a joke. I'm passionate about driving. And the drivers who work with me, the adults and teens, are like, he's the truth. Because I'm going to teach you how to drive. I'm going to get you to the road test. And once you get your road test, you're going to cry. I'm going to cry. And then you're going to say to yourself, wow, I now have my license. But your journey's not done. You got to get a car. You can't rely on your mom and dad. Most of your parents are going to work into their late 50s or early 60s. Some of them are going to work to their 70s. Why? They're paying your debt. They're paying your credit cards. You are doing a disservice to your mom and dad by still living at home. They have worked 20 years, 30 years. And with the economy the way it is, and with groceries the way they are, people are not, that car just ran the light. That's garbage. People don't respect rules. They want chaos. They want to clock your tea and talk about you and cap on you. I read the comments. You need to dig. You need to go to church. You need to get Jesus. You need to become closer to God and have a near-death experience. And then you're going to be like, Grandma, you're right. I need to move out. Uncle, you're right. Auntie, you're right. You need to think about what you're doing. A lot of you take social media as a joke. That's the next frontier to teach. High school, college, professional development, helping a company rise up. Many of you are just simply not doing anything. When you're about 18, you're like, I don't have my license. I can barely read. I may have a baby on the way. You're doing nothing. Get a job. Set standards. Set goals. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to work hard and have a plan B. My dad taught me have a plan B. I'm on Indeed. I have 2 different resumes. And if something doesn't work at this corporate job, I can do something else. I'm not a slave to this. I'm looking for opportunities all the time. You have to look for opportunities all the time. I appreciate all of you and reach out to me. Bye.